To be honest, I mean, there's pictures of me probably from the age of one, in the garden, just swinging away at a ball. I mean, obviously, when you're 1 year old, you don't know that it's called golf. Obviously, my mum bought me a set of plastic clubs when I was a little toddler, and it would just entertain me for hours. Just always just enjoyed hitting golf balls, I guess. And then you start to learn all the nuances of the game from there. But just from a very, very, very small boy, just loved hitting a golf ball. The US Open is my biggest win to date. Anytime you win a major championship, I think you've beaten the best players in the game in the toughest environment in the game, meaning that the most pressure. I think if I look back at my career, though, I think the amount of time that I've spent in the top 10 in the world rankings is probably my biggest achievement. Just having that consistency, because it's always very well to have a great week and win a tournament, but to have a spell of five years or so in and around the top 10 in the world, I probably think overall is probably my biggest achievement. But the Olympic gold medal, I have to say, has almost become the most fun achievement. There's not a round of golf that I play to this day that I don't hear something about being the golden boy or gold medal man or something to do with gold. So that's definitely been something that's been a lot of fun for me. It's much bigger than your own sport. You get to spend a week with like-minded people. You get to pick the brains of other world-class athletes. You get to stay in the Olympic Village, and just things that are completely different. You obviously get to represent your country above everything. So just the memories of the week, I think, are almost the most special. It's an interesting situation for me this year, obviously losing in the playoff last year. I don't want to go into it with any extra motivation in a way. I mean, I'm going to have plenty of motivation. I don't want to go in there feeling any sort of feeling of revenge or added pressure because of what happened last year. I think that I love the tournament. I love the golf course. I have a great strategy, and I really have a good game plan of how to play that golf course. So for me, I want to focus on the process and let that hopefully create another good opportunity to win. The reason it's called the Kate and Justin Rose Foundation is that Kate does most of the hard work. I mean, golf has been such a great vehicle for us to raise money and to give back to our communities. I think the PGA Tour has really taught us that it's important that the places we play, it's always important to give back. Kate was on the board for the PGA Tour Wives Association and would always get involved in the local projects that the tournament was set up. And then we kind of figured that it was time for us to, in the community in which we lived in Orlando, to have that same mentality. And it all happened at the same time, really, as us having children. And then so we wanted to get focused on children, benefiting children with our foundation. So we set up the Kate and Justin Rose Foundation to do more work with those kids, to add books to the book backpacks through Book Trust, and to have the scope to take kids out on field trips and just to kind of give them experiences that could hopefully set a career goal in motion one day. I'm very proud to have been chosen to be the ambassador for Morgan Stanley. Obviously, they've been big supporters of golf, and they are behind the Players Championship, and I think that just tells you a lot about the brand of who they are and how they see things. They want to be associated with the best, and the Players Championship is right there. It's obviously one of the greatest events that we have in our sport. So for me, that says a lot about the company. I've had the opportunity to meet James Gorman and spend a little bit of time with him, and just seemed like first-class people all around. And I'm looking forward to kind of nurturing that relationship and actually, not just being an ambassador, but being a client of theirs as well, and sort of seeking out some of their expertise.